This hadith is narrated by Abdullah ibn Umar ibn Khattab. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam caught with Umar ibn Khattab as he was traveling with other riders and swearing by his father. Then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Indeed, Allah forbids you to swear to your fathers. Whoever must swear, let him swear to Allah or else remain silent." And this is a highly profound hadith, and it was collected by Imam Bukhari. Then the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Whoever must swear" means if there is a need, if you have to swear, because some people who have the habit of swearing unnecessarily, and this is not recommended, rather it is disliked. Allah said, "Not for everything you say Wallahi, Billahi, even when you are tracking, you should swear whenever you are required to swear." Sometimes a person feels, "I would like to emphasize a statement, I would like to make my phrase sound for real." People need to hear. In the court of law, where the judge would ask the witness or the defendant to swear by Allah, in this case you should swear, but swearing unnecessarily is definitely disliked and not encouraged. Also, "let me remain silent" means if you're going to swear, you either say Wallahi or by Allah or any of His names or attributes, or be quiet, which simply means just swear by Allah if you're going to, otherwise just keep your mouth shut. In the sound hadith collected by Imam Tirmidhi, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Whoever swears by anything other than Allah has indeed ascribed partners to Allah in worship. It is forbidden to swear by anything other than Allah, no matter who it is or it may be." We also learn that the Prophet ﷺ said in relating the hadith and the statement, "Whoever swears an oath then says Insha'Allah, then he can never break his oath." So that is another benefit. In the Quran, Allah enjoined Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in Surah Al-Kahf, chapter 18, and said, "Don't you ever say to anything, I shall do it tomorrow, I shall do it in the future, even in the next hour, in the next few minutes, without saying Insha'Allah. If you say, Wallahi, I would visit you tomorrow, there are great benefits. You are facilitating your attention to be executed. Allah will make that easy for you to do whatever you've committed yourself to do. If you happen to fulfill your oath and broke it, there is no expiation." The oath of one of three types, which Allah does not hold accountable. One who says it whatsoever, like if a person did not mean it. For example, "I'll meet you after Jummah," and "Wallahi, come over for tea." This oath I took is not categorized as a confirmed oath, it is just encouraging them to come. The second one in chapter 5 verse 89, "But he will account you and hold you accountable for what you have confirmed, with the intention that if you don't do it, then there will be an expiation." Somebody says, "I will never smoke today after today." Wallahi. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Whoever vows or takes an oath to do an act of obedience, let him do it." If he failed to commit himself in doing this, Allah said in Surah Ma'idah, in the exception for this oath, when he said, "I will never, by Allah, I will never do this again by Allah. I will reconcile with my sister and my friend. I will pray every night 2 units of rakat, and if I do something good, you should do it. And if you fail to do it, or if you take an oath which is something that is bad, or to abstain from doing something which is recommended or compulsory, then you should break your oath and give a ransom." The Prophet ﷺ said, "Whoever takes an oath to do or to not to do something, then afterward he realized, I was only mistaken, I should have done it, so it's an act of disobedience to Allah, let him break his oath and do what is better and pay the expiation of the ransom." So if you've set an oath which is near impossible for you to commit to, in this case it's best to break that oath and not commit yourself to it, and do the expiation. The ayah in Surah Ma'idah says the expiation for such oath, if you fail to fulfill, is feeding 10 poor people. So the expiation will be as follows: you either feed 10 poor people or clothe them of the average food that you eat, one meal, or you buy them the raw food, so some rice and some meat, what we normally eat for lunch, or you feed one person 10 meals. You can do it at the same time, or you invite 10 poor people to the masjid, come to my house and offer them one meal or buy an outfit. If you're unable to afford this financially, there's an alternative, but this is not available to anyone anymore, which is freeing a slave. So the alternative is to fast for 3 days. It does not need to be consecutive. It is worthy of mentioning that some people may think, "Oh, let me just try to do the easy route. Let me go into the third category." And this is pure evil, which is known as gamus, because it immerses a person who takes such oath in hellfire. So if you need to obviously go for the first one, which is trying to feed 10 poor people, and if this is not able to be fulfilled, if you're not able to meet this requirement financially, then obviously, the second option, it's not available now. You can't free a slave now, so you would have to go for the third option in that case. There's no expiation for a person when somebody swears to Allah knowingly, lying and deliberately. If someone did swear to Allah and said Wallahi and I didn't do that and he had totally forgotten, there's no problem. But the problem is if he knows, like he appears before the judge in the court and the judge says say Wallahi and he says I swear to Allah to tell the truth, I saw this guy committing this sin, so the person who took such oath will abide in hellfire. In addition to the false testimony, this is one of the destructive sins. Abdullah ibn Masud said, to swear an oath falsely by Allah is dearer to me than swearing an oath sincerely by anything other than Allah the Almighty. This is to show you that is worse than that. This is to say, if you swear to other than Allah, no, both are forbidden. He is aware of that, but what he's trying to say is even worse to swear by anyone other than Allah, even if it is done falsely. Finally, it's not permissible to swear to an oath to anything other than Allah. This is a marked concern in which there is no consensus that is forbidden. There's a general consensus that is forbidden. No matter who you love the most, you should follow it by saying Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah to declare the testimony of faith. Whoever swears an oath and thinks something is better, then he should offer expiation. Some oath is forbidden, such as revering the ties of kinship. I will leave you here for Manillah wa sallallahu wa baraka ala nabina Muhammad. Astaghfirullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.